Liverpool versus Man City. Oh my goodness, what a game. I mean, we were like 2-0 up within 27 minutes. First goal from the middle from Gabriel Martinelli, then a second goal from another Brazilian, Gabriel Jesus. We were like, game over. This is it done. All we needed was one more goal to seal it. And we were in control. We were cruising. Liverpool just didn't know what to do. They didn't know how to cope with our movement. They did not know how to cope with any of our players. We were passing the ball at Anfield. Can you imagine? No other team has come to Anfield to pass the ball the way we were passing the ball. We were basically bullying Liverpool. We were busting around. And then guess what happens? Xhaka decides to rile up Trent Alexander-Arnold. Xhaka gets a yellow card. Arnold gets a yellow card as well. But Trent Alexander-Arnold, or should I call him TAA, gets riled up. And then Arnold, he just becomes, after that, he becomes a different player. He just starts passing the ball. Then guess what? Mistake from the defence. I don't know what the defence was doing, whether they were sleeping. I think it was Andy Robertson. Does a cross for, I think it was someone in the middle misses the ball. No, I think Henderson somehow gets the ball to Salah. And Gabriel Magalhaes is not really looking at who's on his blind spot, and he's trying to kick the ball, misses it, and Salah, as you know, is not going to miss from that spot. But we'll get to that in a minute. So it's 1-2. 1 to Liverpool, 2 to Arsenal. Okay, game on, fair enough, but we're still on the ascendancy. But it just seems like all the belief just went from Arsenal. After that goal, we were on the couch. We were like against the ropes. I was like, what was going on? We were second to every ball. We couldn't pass the ball to each other. I couldn't believe it. I said, okay, we'll get to half-time. Maybe half-time, we'll calm down, we'll regroup again. The second half comes, and it's even worse. Liverpool just are not letting go of the ball. And then, to make things worse, they bring on Firmino. And Firmino loves to score against Arsenal, especially at Anfield. And when they brought on Firmino, I was like, oh man, this is not looking good. None of our players seem to be able to pass the ball. Partey was dreadful today. I don't know what was on Partey's mind, whether it's, I know it's Easter Sunday and Partey's not a Christian. So I don't know what he was thinking about, but man, he was the most disappointing player for me on the pitch today. Maybe some people would say it's Rob Holding, but we all know Rob Holding's limitations. But we expected more from Partey. He wasn't clearing the ball. He was trying to do cute passes, in the third of his own half. And there was one that, he just passed to the Liverpool player, and the Liverpool player skied it over. And then we come to the penalty. Rob Holding, as made a mistake in the box. Penalty. And who's the man you do not want to step up to take that penalty against Arsenal? Mo Salah. And everyone's like, oh, this is it. And Mo Salah, when it's easier to score than to miss, because Ramsdale has gone the opposite side, Salah somehow manages to miss, not even close. I was like, wow, this is a reprieve for Arsenal. Maybe we're now going to have that momentum. But nope, it was more of the same. They kept pushing us back. We kept giving the ball back to them. And Ramsdale was immense. The amount of saves Ramsdale had today, I wish I had Ramsdale on my fantasy team at the start of the season. The amount of saves he made today was atrocious. Ramsdale kept us in the game. He gave us that draw. Okay? And there you go. Bang. Firmino. Again, like I said, Trent Alexander-Arnold was riled up. Phew. Lofty pass. Header. Firmino. 2-2. And we were like, okay, now let's just see the game to the end now. Trossard came on, but it was already too late. Damage was already done. Trossard scored a hat-trick at Brighton. Trossard scored a hat-trick for Brighton against Liverpool at Anfield. It was asking a bit much to do the same, because this Liverpool team, they always seem to have, when it comes to Arsenal, they always seem to be pumped up. I don't know why. Against lower teams like Aston Villa, Brighton, Brentford, they don't seem to have that same zeal. But when it comes to Arsenal, it's like Liverpool are just so pumped up. It's like they want to beat us by all means necessary. What is it with Arsenal, Liverpool? Tell me about it. We needed that 3 points. Liverpool, what are you going to use that 1 point to do? You don't need that point. That point's not going to help you in Champions League. You needed 3 points. So why not just give us that 3 points? Because I'm sure Liverpool, the last thing you want is for Man City to win the league. Nobody wants Man City to win the league. So why did he not help us out? I mean, the referee is a disgrace as usual. Poor Tierney's not going to give us nothing at Anfield. You know what I mean? VAR didn't do much today. But man, worst player for me in the Arsenal team, Thomas Partey today. He was out of his game. Best player, man of the match, Aaron Ramsdale. You know, he basically saved the game for us today. We're 6 points ahead with a game in hand. Of course, you know, they say the game is in Man City's hands now. It's still in both our hands because if we go to Etihad and we draw, we'll still be top. There's still games to go. We have to play Newcastle and Chelsea. I think Man City have to play Chelsea, and so I think Man City have got an easy running, to be honest with you. But it's a topsy-turvy. Man City have got the distractions of the FA Cup. They've got the distractions of the Champions League as well. Let's see how we go.